Marie Joseph Angelique was born around the 1700s in Madeira. She was sold to a Flemish man named Nicus Bloch. Nicus brought her to New England. She was later sold again in 1725 to a French man who later died in 1733. The ownership of Marie had now belonged to the widow Therese de Coignet. Therese de Coignet. I give up! During her time, Marie had 3 children, 1 boy and a pair of twins. Sadly, they all died within a year. It is unknown if Marie and the father were lovers by choice or by force. During the year of the fire, Marie met another man named Claude Thibault. He was a white man who was employed by Marie's owner. While Therese de Coignet was away, Marie tried to run away with Claude. Sadly, both were captured weeks later and brought back. Marie suffered no punishment for her actions, but Claude was put in prison. Therese soon found herself unable to control Angelique. She planned to sell her to one of her deceased husband's old friends/associates. Saturday, April 10th of 1734. At 7:00 p.m., fire raged through the town, setting houses ablaze. The fire destroyed most of the town, including the hospital, in less than 3 hours. Due to panic, thieves abused this opportunity, and many items from the houses were stolen. An entry from a woman named Sister Veronica Coulier said that they tried to control the fire, but to no avail. Taking refuge in the church was what doomed them, as they were swallowed by the flames. Many accused Angelique of setting the fire. Angelique denied the allegations. During this time in history, someone could have been arrested because of public knowledge. She was arrested and waited to be charged for setting the fire because of this. A bounty was also put on Claude Thibault because he was released 1 day before the fire had raged. He was seen once more 2 days after the fire, but never again. Marie Joseph Angelique's trial lasted 6 weeks with many witnesses testifying against her. All said that they didn't see her set the fire, but they were certain she did it. The prosecution became angry because they couldn't convict Angelique and contemplated torture. Sadly for Angelique, a little girl named Amabel testified, claiming she saw Angelique carrying a shovel of coals to the mistress's attic. No one asked why it took so long for Amabel to testify. Angelique was deemed guilty of setting the fire. The prosecutors wanted Angelique to apologize naked with a noose around her neck, carrying a 2-pan torch in front of the main door of the church. From there, led by the court's executioner in a tumbril, it's a fancy word for what they use to transport garbage, with the word incendiary on the front and back of it, which means arson. Then have her fists cut off and put on a stake. From there, she was to be in iron shackles and burned alive. Overkill much, Quebec? Just a little bit. Like, seriously. Holy crap! Those who wanted to do this to Angelique were denied that privilege. Instead, she was hung, an instantaneous death, and her body was burned to ash. Before she was hung, she was supposed to be tortured until she told her partners in crime. As the courts believed, she didn't set the fire without help. During her torture, she never told that she had any accomplices and claimed to have acted alone, but admitted in setting the fire. It is unknown if Marie and the father were lovers by choice or by force.